Good evening. My name's Amy. Tonight I will lead you through a perilous journey that is the lifestyles and habits of the Basset Hound. Alright, so it's not perilous. But if you find yourself in possession of a Basset Hound, it can be rather frustrating at times. You may be thinking, I don't have a Basset Hound, nor do I have any desire to get a Basset Hound. That's what my husband and I thought about a year and a half ago when we took in a Basset Hound that needed a home. About 2 weeks after we took her in, we discovered that she was not without baggage. That baggage came in the form of 12 Basset Hound puppies, which is why we became very familiar with the unique habits of the Basset Hound. The American Kennel Club has recognized the Basset Hound since the late 1800s. They are a direct descendant of the Bloodhound, which is why they have such a great sense of smell. We learned that this sense of smell can also get them into trouble, which is why it's important to make sure that they're always in a fenced-in yard or on a leash when they're out for a walk. Because if they catch a scent, they will go after that scent until they determine where it's coming from or find out that they don't know where they are. A Basset Hound is basically a nose with legs, little bitty legs. They have the ability to detect one scent from numerous other scents in the area. They can pick up on that scent, and through their huge, enormous nose, they can hone in on that one specific scent and follow it, which is why they were used by hunters as hunting dogs. They also have the longest recorded ear length, according to the Basset Hound Club of America. Their ears are so long that they drag on the ground, keeping the scent fresh in their nose, which is another characteristic that was used for hunting. Unfortunately, these ears also serve as an industrial strength dust mop. They go over the ground, they pick up water, food, dirt, and we're pretty sure moon dust is involved in there somewhere. They then take all this stuff and they drag it through the house, on the furniture, on the carpet, on the bed. Basset Hounds were bred down to the size that they are now to make it easier for hunters to keep up with them. The hunters who would follow them on foot liked the shorter dogs because they were easier to watch where they were going. Also, these short legs make them ideal walking companions for lazy people that don't like to go too fast. Bassets, due to their low stature, have a very distinct waddle. The state of Michigan recognizes this waddle by yearly having a Great American Basset Waddle in the town of Birmingham. The long body and short legs can also lead to some health concerns that need to be watched out for. Those can include back problems as well as hip problems, which overweight dogs definitely have a concern with. But keeping them fit by walking them often can definitely help that. A Basset Hound is a great family pet. They have a very tolerant disposition towards other people as well as other animals, which is great for us because we have 2 kids and numerous other animals, cats and dogs. The Basset Hound, however, is not without its faults. If you're looking for a guard dog, this is not the dog for you, unless of course it's the food dish that you don't want to get stolen. If an intruder was to enter the house, they would just lay there. They're not really going to do much. They're also notorious for being lazy and overweight, as I had previously discussed. Murray, one of our 15-month-old Basset Hounds that we kept 2, is the epitome of those 2 traits. He weighs about 75 pounds, which is a little bit more than the average male Basset Hound, but he's achieved this through some wonderful things. He can combine nap time and meal time together. He'll actually lie down on the floor while he's eating. Bree, which is the mother of the 12 Basset Hound puppies, who we've affectionately called the Dirty Dozen, is the perfect example of the breed's obstinance. When we go for a walk, Bree will come to a point where she has decided that she no longer wants to walk. She will set up camp and dig in her heels. My Basset Hound then becomes a 60-pound lead weight. she will sit there and not move. And then she becomes like a rock with a string tied around it. And it's probably more effective just to go ahead and tie that leash around a tree and say, okay, come on, it's time to go for a walk. As you might imagine, it doesn't work too well. All in all, Basset Hound is a great dog. But if you don't want to prepare yourself for the things that are needed, then it's probably not the dog for you. But if you do, there's wonderful sites that you can go to. Yourpuppybreed.com is one that we like to use. And hopefully you'll love your Basset Hounds just as much as I love my Basset Hound. All three of them. And now I would like for you to meet my Basset Hounds. This gentleman over here is Murray. He is in front of the food dish currently eating his favorite spot. My other Basset Hound is Little Bitty Scout here. She's the smallest that we have, hiding around the corner. And then, of course, here comes our classic Basset Hound, Mama Bree. She has all the characteristics of a perfect Basset Hound. Well, thank you for meeting my Basset Hounds. Have a wonderful night.